Hello everyone, welcome to another Rick's Picks. Today on Rick's Picks on the Hunt, we're visiting the Symbiote Collectors store. So we're going to head on inside and see what goodies they have. So let's do this thing.
If you're going to be in the Philadelphia area from September 7th and 8th, then you got to check out RetroCon 2024 at the Philadelphia Expo Center. They have lots of great tables and vendors selling all sorts of retro action figures and collectibles. Plus, they have guests, arcade games, contests, panels, and much, much more. In honor of 40 years of Transformers, they will have a 40-year anniversary display stand that you could take pictures with. Special guests will be including Anson Williams, who played Potsy in Happy Days, Don Moss, who played Ralph from Happy Days and also played Eric from Dungeons & Dragons, the cartoon. Actor Lee Majors will also be there, best known for playing the $6 Million Man and the Fall Guy. He was also in Ash vs. the Evil Dead and The Night the Reindeer Died. So not only do they have the $6 Million Man, but they also have Lindsay Wagner, the Bionic Woman. Greetings, Starfighter. Lance Guest will also be appearing, best known as starring in the movie The Last Starfighter, and also appearing in both Halloween 2 and Jaws the Revenge. And right next to him will also be Catherine Mary Stewart, best known for The Last Starfighter and also known for Night of the Comet and Weekend at Bernie's. Voice actor Michael Bell will also be there, known for being the voice of Duke, Prowl, and other iconic 80s characters. The tag team wrestling sensation, the Nasty Boys, will also be there. And after RetroCon, head on over to Arnold's where you can see the rock band Cybernetic Spree. Hurry up and get your tickets now because they sell out quick. So when you first walk in, you're met with this impressive wall full of pops, which can vary anywhere between movies, comic books, wrestling, and so forth. So in this case here, you can see a lot of vintage Star Wars figures. You see a land speeder down there. Also, this is filled with a bunch of G1 Transformers, which is really nice. You can see them down there. Some more of the vintage Star Wars. Now, this is really cool coming up here. So we got an original Death Star playset. So this is really cool. I really like that. Now, on this shelf, you have the Tron arcade set, which is really nice. And you also have some Gremlins. So here we got some Nightmare Before Christmas figures. All right, you got some odds and ends over there. Some Space Jam figures. Some more of the dinosaur figures. You got a couple of Gargoyles, Hocus Pocus, and a bunch of G.I. Joe stuff too. Throughout the ages, you got some old stuff, some new stuff. You also have a couple of the classified figures. So this rack is a bunch of Harry Potters, some Tuvenias, RoboCop figures, which is pretty nice, and Madball. So I was very impressed with their turtle collection here. They got a little bit of everything. So you got some old stuff. You got some stuff based off of the Mirage comics, the cartoons, the newer comics, as I show there. You know, stuff from the video games, the horror line, The Last Ronin. So I was really impressed with their turtle collection. They got a lot of really cool stuff right here. So they had this little comic book alcove, which is kind of nice. So this side is mainly DC, a bunch of independent stuff. All right. And then you get into this display case, which has your money books, you know, a couple of things on top. And then the rest of this is pretty much Marvel. They got a lot of Marvel comic books here. You know, a couple of figures. There we go. So a lot of Marvel on this side. This top shelf here is mostly a bunch of mix between a little bit of everything. Then you got some Legos, you got your GoBots. Now you start getting into the McFarlane DC Universe figures right here. Some more DC figures below. Whoa, that's up close and personal. All right, some more Jurassic Park. Get some older DCs figures here, some more of the McFarlane. Now you're getting into Marvel, so like the old Toy Biz stuff, which is pretty cool. All right, more of the DC stuff. And then over on this side, you got more of your Marvel Legends. You got some selects over there as well. So they got a pretty good comic book figure collection here. I'm really liking this. All right, so here's his kaiju stuff. So you can see a bunch of King Kongs, a lot of Godzillas, Mecha Godzilla. You know, you got your legendary figures right here. There's King Ghidorah, Rodan. All right, tops of stuff there. You got some more of the Kongs. You got Gamera sitting there, and Destroyer. So here we got the Masters of the Universe figures. So you got the classic TV series figures, the Origins. You got some Revelation figures as well. All right. Then you got some loose card backs. You got some loose figures, which is pretty cool. And then some more miscellaneous Masters of the Universe stuff. So here's your horror section. So you got some of your classic ones, Frankenstein. You got Nosferatu's, Jason, Michael Myers, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and a whole bunch of them. You got your Gremlins and so forth. All right, so the last thing we're going to look at is this candy corner here that looks really cool. You got some Pezzes, Warheads, and all sorts of goodies. So, you know, after you get some good collectibles, now you got some munchies to go along with it.
Okay, so as you saw in that video, they got a lot of really cool stuff there. I like a lot of the inventory. I couldn't show everything that they have because that would probably be like a 2 to 3 hour long video of me just showing all the cool stuff they have. So they have a very large inventory. And that's going to bring me up to the first points about this store is the pros. So first off, the big pro, which I already mentioned, is they have a lot of really cool stuff there. You know, they have more up-to-date stuff and they have a lot of old stuff too. Like I said earlier, I couldn't fit it all into it. They had more Star Wars stuff. They have Pokemon cards. They also have Magic the Gathering cards. I mean, they just have a lot of stuff in that store. Even though it's a small store, they just have a lot of inventory, which is really cool. I liked everything that I saw there. Second off is pricing. I feel like a lot of their prices that I was looking at were reasonable, if not, you know, good prices. I was really happy with the prices of any of the stuff that I purchased and that Billy purchased. We were happy with that. So I feel like everything is also reasonably priced. The staff was really nice. I spoke to a couple of the staff members. They were really nice, very helpful. I even got to speak to the owner for a minute or two. He seemed like a really nice guy, willing to work with me with a couple of things and stuff like that. So on customer service, I think their customer service is really good. I really enjoyed talking to the people there. Now, they also have a game room, and I didn't show that in the video just because I didn't get a chance to go downstairs. So on the lower level, they have a room full of tables where you can do tabletop games, card games, and what have you. They have tournaments and stuff like that. You would see that on their website. And speaking of their website and stuff, if you go into the description of this video, I'll have a link to their, I believe it's their Facebook page and other such materials, so you can get in contact with the store and what have you, and you can see what events they're having and so forth. Also, they have an online store as well. I think it's like an eBay store, so not only can you buy stuff from the store itself, but you can also buy things off of their eBay store as well. So those are some of the big pros to the place. I mean, there's a few other pros and stuff like that, but those are the big ones. As for cons, there's not that many cons to it. They don't have a parking lot, so it's on-street parking. You know, but the parking wasn't that hard to find. I think it took me maybe 3 or 4 minutes to find a parking spot. And I was maybe about 2 or 3 blocks away from the store. So parking can be considered an issue, but, you know, it's not a major issue. It's not, to me, it's not a make or break kind of issue. Also, the store is kind of small. You know, that's the other flaw, but they have so much cool stuff in it. You know, I mean, it would be different if it was small and they didn't really have nothing, but no, they really tried to pack that store with as much stuff as they could get. So, yeah, it's a little small, a little, you know, close comfort, but those are the only 2 flaws, and I don't even find those to be major flaws, you know. So overall, I really did like the store. And I would highly recommend that if you're in the Reading area, PA, and you want to stop by this store, I would highly recommend it. It's a fun little store. I always recommend going to the store opposed to doing online shopping because you get that store experience. It's a lot more fun. Yes, buying online is convenient, but just going to the store itself is just a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. Location wise, I'm not super familiar with Reading, but it looks like it's located on like a main street, type road where it's like popular, like, they got little coffee shops, restaurants and stuff like that. So as far as I'm aware of, as somebody visiting Reading, it was a good location. There's a nice diner right up the road from it too. So after you've done your shopping, you get a little hungry, you can go to that as well. So overall, once again, I really enjoyed my experience at that store. I think it's a good store. Anytime you are in Reading, please stop by, check it out. You'll find some really good deals. You'll find a lot of cool stuff there. Very friendly people. So once again, it's an overall joy. And like I said earlier, I will be leaving all their information in the description. So go ahead and check out their, Facebook site. I think they have an eBay store and, whatever else is in the link. So with all that being said, I hope you guys did like this video. If you did, go ahead and check out my Rick's Picks on the Hunt playlist and hit that like, share, and subscribe button. They're all small clicks for you, but it really helps this channel grow. So until the next one, late.